Hi, good morning, guys. So today we're going to be hearing from 5 of your current juniors who are applying to be head prefect, like Mrs. D said. I would just ask that you give them your full respect and your full attention because not only is this difficult, these are the people who are going to be leading you next year, and you want to pay attention when voting time comes so you know who you're picking, and yeah. So firstly, I would like to call up Chimilu Ani.
Hello, everyone. My name is Chimilu Ani. When I began trying to figure out why I think people should vote for me, I started thinking about my own personal journey at this school. I distinctly remember the contrast between 9th grade and 10th grade, because 10th grade was the year we got a bunch of Nigerians in our grade. And I remember on the first day of orientation, I turned behind to introduce myself to a girl. So I was like, "Hi, my name is Chimilu." And she was like, "You mean Chimelu, so you don't even know how to say your own name." And I was like, wow, okay. And that was my first time meeting Kewa Oche. And I remember that this contrast was so startling to me. My whole life, I've been around people who are mostly American. I've only been to Nigeria one time, and I can't even speak my own native language. So when I was contrasted with this claim of Nigerian, I was reminded just how much I didn't fit in completely with any people group. And that was really important for me to battle with that year, my fight for my own identity. And I remember as the year progressed, I became closer and closer to Kayla and Zita, and I think I learned how to say my name properly. And I remember feeling like, even though I'd been estranged from my culture, it did not remove it from my identity. And I was finally able to find my identity, my own voice. That's one of the things I really appreciate about this school. I feel like it really engages you to find your identity. It promotes it. So when I thought about what I would want in a head prefect, and I thought about my own journey and how it was so important for me to go through that, I thought about how we could all grow as a community by finding our own identity and our voice as well. But the one thing I think hinders us in this way is that for the first year and a half here, I did not know what student leadership did. I remember that I'd always been a bit confused about the role of student leadership. I could tell you that class council plans events sometimes, and that I could tell you class council plans events sometimes, and I could tell you what work job prefect did a little bit, but if you asked me to actually tell you what a council did, I couldn't exactly say it. And I remember when I decided that we had a problem with this system. It was a specific Monday where we had all been so stressed over the weekend by the amount of overwork we had. And so we walked into English class, we were all complaining and complaining to Mrs. Stone, and she was like, "You guys are aware there's absolutely nothing I can do about this." And we were like, "Yes. But it just feels so good to have someone be able to listen to us." And she responded with a question. Isn't that what student leadership is supposed to be for? And I realized that, yes, that is what student leadership is supposed to be for. Student leadership is supposed to be a liaison between student and faculty. At least that's what it's advertised as. If we have a system where it's not doing the role that it is committed to, what use is it really? My two main goals for if I were to become head prefect would be create a prefect board where the prefect board is easily approachable to students, and a prefect board where the students feel comfortable engaging with them. We are all aware that this school is difficult, and honestly, we signed up for this stress. But I believe that by creating a system where students could feel like their concerns are more listened to, we would all be able to grow as a whole. That is why my main goal would be to allow students easy access to the prefect board. Hold an assembly once a trimester where students could voice their concerns to the prefect board and really be listened to. We all know that we're not capable of knowing it all. We're teens. But in a school where we're treated in a way like tiny adults, just getting the voice of a tiny adult gives so much to your personal growth. I came to realize that no matter how many flowery strengths I gave you when I wrote this speech, that nobody would actually have any reason to believe me if I did not prove it to them. That's why I wrote this speech like this. I wrote my speech outlining my character and my journey so that when it came to it, when I talked about my strengths, when I talked about my determination to create a prefect board that you're comfortable with, you wouldn't just have to guess for yourself. You would believe me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chimilu. Next, I would like to call up Shaniel Lamptey.
Hello. My name is Shanuel Wilhelmina Nakoshi Efwa-Lamti. I'm a first-generation American citizen, and I can talk all I want about who I am, but the truth is I'm no different, yet so different from all of you. Both of my parents were born in Ghana. My mom came to the United States not knowing how to write a single sentence in English. She was told she wasn't worthy enough to be in college. My dad came to America and was a security guard for a number of years. He had to beg his way into a labor job that only paid him $200 every 2 weeks, on the weeks they decided to pay him, that is. Over the course of the next 10 years, my mom became a teacher and my dad became a construction site supervisor and manager. I grew up in Far Rockaway in Queens and Valley Stream. I've lost friends to guns, gangs, and drugs. We're all here at this school for a reason. Whether we chose to be here or not, the Stony Brook School has become our reality. I'm here because this is my only way to a safe environment where I can learn, without having to watch my back every time I step outside. I know what it feels like to be different from everyone else, and how it feels to be left alone because of it. I felt the stares that told me to change what I look like, and I've heard the words that told me to act differently to fit the crowd. Feeling alone is a terrible feeling, and I firmly believe I'm not the only one in this room who has felt alone before. Especially during this time of uncertainty with the coronavirus, many of us do feel alone, but now is not the time to leave people out, and now is not the time to exclude. It is necessary for us to come together. So as a leader, actually as a person, I will include and involve as many people as it takes to make our school the best it can be. I don't know all of you personally, but the more I know your stories and the more I understand who all of you individually are, the better I'll be able to represent the Stony Brook School as a whole. In order for me to include you, the one thing I ask is that we talk, and actually talk. Tell me what it is you want. Tell me what you want to change. Tell me what you think could be more effective. Talk to me because we are the ones that attend this school, and we are the ones that need to enjoy our time here. I have an Asian roommate. She is beautiful, she is amazing, and her name is Louise. I've learned a lot from her, from things like which bubble teas to get, to the differences between American versus Chinese standards of attractive, to expectations that are put on us by our parents. My roommate lives oceans away from her parents, while mine only live an hour away. She takes tests in languages that are not her first, while I take tests in a language that is native to me. I understand that this is the life of many of the students here on campus, yet the only reason I know any of this is because I listen. When people listen and communicate, barriers are broken. Through my leadership, I will preserve the art of communication and personal interaction. I guess my point is, all of us have a story, but let's write one together. Next year, my goals include sharing your ideas, interests, and concerns with the Stony Brook School and our community. Steve Jobs said, if you are working on something that you really care about, you don't have to be pushed. The vision pulls you. Being head prefect is something that I truly care about. It's the way I can be best of service to you. God has given me the privilege to give my heart to others in a way like no other. That pushes me to be the person people need during good times and bad. The reason I told you all my parents' story at the beginning of the speech was because people before me and people around me have given endless sacrifices for me to be where I am today. What completes me is being given the opportunity to give my all and to give my heart to people who really deserve nothing less. I believe that my purpose in life is to help people. This is what pulls me. Now let's cut the chatting and get something done.
Thank you, Shaniel. Next, please join me in welcoming Julia Lindo.
Good afternoon, students and faculty. My name is Julia Lindo. I've been a student at Stony Brook since 8th grade, and throughout that time, I've been both a boarder and a day student. I've gone through mini courses, work jobs, blazer seasons, infractions, everything that makes up a Stony Brook student. And while I've been here, I've also noticed that Stony Brook runs on stress. It becomes too easy to fall into that unhealthy cycle of school, sports, homework, repeat. Notice how sleep wasn't anywhere in the schedule. I know those late nights that you spend up at your desk studying for that math test or studying for that English test. We've all been a victim to midnight breakdowns in times of intense academic stress. I know because I've been that person crying in the bathroom, just too overwhelmed or unable to get up in the mornings because of the anxiety of going through another monotonous school day. If given the opportunity as head prefect, it would be my priority to ensure that we have open communication between faculty and students to make sure that the homework load is appropriately lightened during high stress times. School should not be taking a toll on your physical or mental health. Something that always amazes me about Stony Brook is the immense amount of talent that we have here. I firmly believe in strengthening and encouraging those skills within the community by celebrating each other. As a boarder, it's really difficult to find time to practice an instrument or to work on your art skills when there's not much studio time. I think Carson should be open during study hours at least a couple nights a week. This would allow boarders to grow in areas of their own interest and further those talents. It is unbelievably important to me to see Stony Brook reach its full potential. We're always talking about community here, but it's very easy to feel uninvolved sometimes. I know this because I felt this way before, and I'm very in tune and affected by the emotions of those around me. It hurts to not be seen or to see this community that you feel so far away from. We're always talking about the community, but how well do you really know the person sitting next to you? One way to improve this is by creating a platform, a student-led online blog where you can post respectful and well-written opinion pieces, short stories, or really anything that you believe needs to be seen and heard. Or to have more community-engaging activities, like possibly petitioning the school to cancel classes on Earth Day. We would use this time as a community building day to give back to the earth by planting trees or picking up waste at the beach. If given the chance as head prefect, myself and the prefect board would strive to ensure that you feel that we are investing in the community. I know I've said that word community a lot, but it's because Stony Brook is not only a community to me, but it's my home. It's my safe haven. The people here are my family. You guys are all my family. The well-being of this community is the most important thing to me. It's what makes Stony Brook a school and a home. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Julia. Next, I would like to call up Andy Liu.
All right, can y'all hear me? Oh, that's too much. Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Andy Liu, and I'm here today to talk to you about the head prefect position that me and my 4 brilliant fellow classmates are candidates for. Some of you might remember me from being the drummer that plays in chapel, the cajon, just a little bit too loudly. Some of you may have seen me being in goal for a soccer team before my hand broke. Some of you might remember me playing Jake, doubles, on tennis court, or sitting on the bench for our basketball team, cheering on our starters. Some of you might affectionately know me as Ichi or Ichi, my Chinese given name, or a nickname you guys given me, that now even my Chinese friends call me, because I know they know how to pronounce it. Everyone here today can call me whatever you want me to be. I can be drummer boy, I can be big and scary dude, I can be Itchy. Actually, no. I want you to call me Itchy. I want you to feel comfortable calling me Itchy as you leave this assembly today, so you can share all your thoughts and address all of your concerns with me. Now that you know a little bit about me, I want to tell you about something that's truly special to me and my Stony Brook life. Sit-down meals. I love the thoughtful conversation that goes on dinner tables. But what really impressed what was back then the little 6'3" freshman Andy is back work, the backbone, the behind the scenes of the meal. It was all of you. All of you amazed me. The strong work ethic of a bear. The fact that all of you can come after a long day in school, and sometimes even after long, arduous sporting events, and you would still remember how to serve others ahead of yourselves and put others' well-being ahead of yourselves. That amazed me, and that is what I think defines the Stony Brook School. I came here as a freshman, and I was thrown into kitchen crew, one of the few, and I didn't even have the opportunity to complain about washing dishes before my captain, McKenna, back then, pushed me and motivated me, and he praised me, and he told me I was a good dish sorter of all things. And ever since then, I've fallen in love with kitchen crew. I've stuck with it because of people like McKenna and other past prefects and student leaders who pushed me and motivated me and set an example for me to respect and serve others. Realize how something so small from a student leader can push someone to go so far? That's what's magical about our community. And that's what I think impacted me the most, and the impact I want to have on all of you. Please understand that my Stony Brook life is in more ways than one shaped by past prefects and current. My current roommate is the current head prefect, and he has shaped me and formed me into a better person in so many more ways, in so many small, minute, indescribable ways that more than he would ever know. This is why I want to continue and follow the footsteps of our student leaders. I want to leave my mark along the way. Therefore, it is my goal to know every single one of you. And I know this is said a lot, and I know this is no light task. So I want to work with my prefect board to make sure you feel comfortable sharing and addressing your concerns. Our goal is to be your voice, to be your vessel. Stony Brook has truly taught me how to respect and serve others, and it's our student leaders who did just that. And I strive every day to continue that tradition. Thank you.
Thank you, Andy. Lastly, please join me in welcoming Jake Max back.
Weezy out of here. Weezy out of here.
Hello, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. How are you guys? That's good. That's good. That's good. First and foremost, I would like to acknowledge the recent pandemonium with COVID-19 and all the effects that it's had on our community. I know a lot of you guys feel some sort of fear, anxiety, and uncertainty, but just know that you're not alone. So let's take a moment of silence to pray for all of you guys, to pray for everybody around here, and pray for God and that He would help us through this tough time. All right, thank you. So, thank you, students. Thank you, distinguished faculty, for making it out here today. It's really an honor and blessing for all of us to speak here. Thank you, Ms. Abrahamson. Thank you for everybody behind the scenes for making this possible. So thank you. So, can I be real with all of you guys real quick? I mean, when I first came to Stony Brook, I was super excited. But I was also very nervous. I mean, the transition to SBS is not anything that anyone is really used to. It's different, because Stony Brook is different. Stony Brook is not your traditional high school. Stony Brook is unique. Compared to my past life, I came from a private Catholic middle school, and I was one of 3 Asian Americans to graduate in my class. So I'll let you think about how diverse that was compared to here. We're all going through changes. I know you guys are going through changes. I'm going through changes. Some days feel like it's flowing like water. Some days burn like fire, but we're all going through changes. When I was a freshman, in the first varsity tennis season, I actually felt like my life here at Stony Brook was finally starting. The team was a brotherhood striving for excellence, and the diversity of the team really is unique. That relates to how Stony Brook is here. And I hope you guys can see that too. Last year, I actually started falling in love with Stony Brook, but it was when I first stepped foot on this campus when I feel like I have a purpose here, and there's something that I'm waiting to do, and that's to be your head prefect. Leadership is no unfamiliar territory for me. This year I was class president, which was honestly really fun. It was such a blessing to be that and to be doing that. A couple of things that I've learned as this year has gone on, and the first thing that I've learned was you can't really win class challenges with the senior class existing. It's not possible. I'm just kidding. We're gonna win in April, so see you guys seniors later. But yeah, it taught me that responsibility makes us better people. And I want all of you guys to be a pillar in our community. I want you guys to strive for influence and strive for excellence. Influence others. Lead like the Specs. Be as confident as Colin's head. Compete like Zach Shu. Drip like Boomy. And learn like the Nichitus. And most of all, be as devoted as the Hickeys. I mean, everyone here has a purpose, and everybody here has a chance to shine. Another leadership role that I filled in this year was mentor captain. I got to work alongside Mr. Hardison, 4 other fantastic captains, and a bunch of high schoolers. We get to influence and set an example for the young kids at our school, which is honestly so important. I mean, they are the future, and they show a lot of promise. As a student, as a 17-year-old, and as just me, I just want to let you guys know that I care. I care about you, I care about the student body, I care about how this school is going. There's a lot here that can be improved, but in those weaknesses, we have our strengths. I'm not doing this for the title, I'm not doing this for the name, I'm not doing this for the power, but I'm doing this for you. I want to serve you. I want to create a voice. I want to set an example, and I want to be an ambassador representing this school in all different kinds of capacities. A lot of people, when I talk about how I'm at Stony Brook, they're like, oh yeah, that's that super academic school, that boarding school out east, right? I'm like, yeah, but we're more than that. I mean, our baseball team is really good, but no, yeah, we're more than that. It's a community, it's a lifestyle out here. And something a wise friend once told me when I first came to Stony Brook was that rumors at Stony Brook spread like butter. Oh, that's actually the wrong Brandon quote, hold on. No, but he says that if you want to move fast, go alone. But if you want to move far, go together. And I think that's when Stony Brook's at its peak, when we move together. Something as your head prefect I'm going to try to accomplish is to form a day student prefect, someone that can work hand in hand with the boarders to create a unified schedule where day students can experience life as boarders and boarders can experience life as day students. There's something special in that. I pride myself in being a leader at Stony Brook, and I want to make Stony Brook a better place. So I want you guys to learn to really love this place that we call our home. So be courageous. Remember that doubt kills our dreams more than failure ever will. And I will give this my all. Let's create a legacy. Let's do this together. You want my hustle, I'll give you my heart. My name is Jacob Maxbeck, and I want to be your head prefect.
Yeah, you got that yummy